We turn to Alabama. So Doug Jones, who won in a special election against Roy Moore, December 12th, was just sworn in a few days ago. And AtlantaBlackStar.com has the article, Doug Jones to become sole, S-O-L-E, Senate Democrat with African American Chief of Staff. Senate-elect Doug Jones of Alabama has hired former congressional aide Dana Gresham as his new chief of staff, making him the only Senate Democrat to have an African American serving in that position. Now, from my understanding of this, you have two Republican U.S. senators that have African American chief of staffs. Okay. Now, Doug Jones made the announcement Tuesday, January 2nd, along with three other senior staff hires, including Ann Berry as his transition advisor, Katie Campbell as deputy legislative director, and Mark Libel as legislative director, according to thehill.com. As for Dana Gresham, who's a male, African-American male, the Alabama native previously served as the head of the Legislative Affairs Office at the Department of Transportation under the Obama administration. Before then, he was chief of staff to former Representative Arthur Davis, Democrat from Alabama. Okay, so you can check out this article as well. And this is there are going to be more hires coming also. Doug Jones, when he was interviewed by Roland Martin back in December on News One Now, he talked about how he was going to have a diverse staff, and he would definitely hire African Americans in his senior staff as well. Okay, he's done that, and you'll probably see some more hires also. Okay, so. While Doug Jones is the sole Democratic senator with an African American chief of staff, he isn't totally alone. Senate Republicans Tim Scott of South Carolina and Jerry Moran of Kansas also have African American chiefs of staff. They are Republicans. There's still much room for improvement, however, as a 2016 poll from the Roll Call newspaper showed that only 5% of the nearly 3,600 U.S. Senate staffers on Capitol Hill are African American. Only 5% of the nearly 3,600 Senate staffers on Capitol Hill are African American. All right, and you may have heard me talk about the article from Sean King. Well, the tweet from Sean King, who writes for the New York, I think, Daily News and New York Post. He did a tweet in Black America Web, had an article about this. People were talking about this on social media. Black America Web's article from December 21st, 2017 is called Doug Jones Will Reportedly Appoint an All-White Senior Staff. I talked about how this was irresponsible for Sean King, S-H-A-U-N, and I talk about, I like Sean King. I read his articles, post his articles on our fan page, the African History Network. But he tweeted that Senator-elect Doug Jones of Alabama doesn't join this. Let me see, where's this tweet here? He talked about how he thought that he heard from some people that Doug Jones was going to is being pressured to hire an all-white senior staff, things like this, right? The article from BlackAmericaWeb.com is called Doug Jones Will Reportedly Appoint an All-White Senior Staff. But this was based upon rumor. He didn't talk to somebody reportedly from the Doug Jones transition team. He didn't talk to Doug Jones himself. Roland Martin called Doug Jones himself, and Doug Jones said they were still receiving applications, hadn't made any decisions. Okay, this article is from December 21st, 2017. All right, you can also check out the article at Black America Web of Roland Martin's interview with Doug Jones, also after the December 12th election also. Okay,